Good morning, students. Hope you all are fine. We are revising chapter 3 of macroeconomics, that is determination of income and employment. And in previous lecture, I have explained some of the important terms, some of the important concepts of this chapter, and today I will explain some more. Exempt investment. In this chapter, two terms are used, EXANTE, exempt, and EXPOST, exposed. And these two terms are related with all the things like saving, investment, and what's the meaning of this? Exempt means planned. Exposed means what is actually realized, what is actually done, that is exposed. So, exempt investment, the investment which the firms desire to make or plan to make at different levels of income during a period of time. It is called exempt investment. And exposed savings, savings which are actually made by the households, and households or whosoever are savers, that is at the end of period, it is called exposed saving. And exempt saving, which the saving is planned to be made during that period. जो हम प्लान कर रहे हैं, हाउस होल्ड प्लान करते हैं कि मेरी कमिंग मंथ में, कमिंग ईयर में इतनी इनकम होगी, उसमें से मैं इतना सेव करूँगा, बट समटाइम्स सम एमरजेंसीज देयर एंड they are unable to save whatever they desire, and whatever we actually save at the end of period, that is called exposed saving. And exposed investment, which is actually made by the investors, measured at the end of period, is called exposed investment. Some terms are related with unemployment, like voluntary unemployment, involuntary unemployment. So, we have to now see the meaning of these. Voluntary means willingly, and involuntary means unwillingly. If a person is able to work but not willing to work, एक person able है, willing नहीं है, उसकी इच्छा नहीं है काम करने की, that is called voluntary unemployment. Although work is available for him, suitable work है उसके लिए, लेकिन वो उसकी इच्छा ही नहीं है करने की, that is voluntarily unemployed. And involuntary unemployment, it refers to a situation when all able persons who are willing to work at prevailing wage rate do not get work. कि जो able भी हैं, willing भी हैं, लेकिन उनके लिए work available नहीं है, they are not getting work. So this is involuntary unemployment, बिना इच्छा के वो खाली बैठे हैं, उनकी इच्छा है काम करने की. Then full employment. Full employment refers to a situation in which all the able-bodied persons who are willing to work at prevailing wage rate are getting work. कि जो भी व्यक्ति काम करना चाहते हैं और जो काम करने के लायक हैं, एबल भी हैं, विलिंग भी हैं, और उनको काम मिल रहा है, इट मीन्स ऑल द रिसोर्सेज आर एम्प्लॉयड, इट इज़ कॉल्ड फुल एम्प्लॉयमेंट. क्योंकि जो अपनी मर्जी से खाली बैठे हैं उनको हम अनएम्प्लॉयड की कैटेगरी में नहीं काउंट करते. देन इक्विलिब्रियम लेवल ऑफ इनकम, द लेवल ऑफ इनकम एट विच AD इक्वल्स टू AS, एग्रीगेट डिमांड इक्वल्स टू एग्रीगेट सप्लाई, दैट सिचुएशन इज नोन एज equilibrium level of income. It is S is equal to I. Then monetary policy, it is that policy of central bank through which it exercises control over money supply and credit in the economy. Fiscal policy, this is revenue policy of the government. Monetary policy is of RBI, and revenue policy is expenditure and revenue policy of government to achieve the desired objectives. Then investment multiplier. Investment multiplier refers to the ratio of change in income to change in investment. कि हमने एक यूनिट इन्वेस्टमेंट की लगाई है, हमने कुछ पर्टिकुलर अमाउंट एक नया इन्वेस्टमेंट किया है, वो इन्वेस्ट करने के बाद लास्ट में हमें कितना उससे गेन हुआ, कितनी हमें इनकम हुई, तो दैट रेशो ऑफ चेंज इन इनकम टू चेंज इन इन्वेस्टमेंट, दैट रेशो इज़ नोन एज इन्वेस्टमेंट मल्टीप्लायर। सपोज हमने 10,000 का इन्वेस्टमेंट किया और हमें 30,000 इनकम होती है, तो मल्टीप्लायर हमारा हो गया 3, बिकॉज 3 टाइम्स वी आर गेटिंग द इनकम। देन वन टर्म इज देयर एक्सेस डिमांड एंड एक्सेस सप्लाई। Excess demand, when aggregate demand is more than aggregate supply at full employment level in the economy, that situation is known as excess demand. And excess supply is the reverse, when aggregate supply is more than aggregate demand at full employment level, that is called excess supply. And deficient demand and is same when aggregate demand is more and aggregate supply is less. So students, learn all these terms, read in detail all the terms very carefully, because for 1 mark sometimes definitions are asked. And on tomorrow I'll explain these terms again. That's all for today. Thank you.